Hey everyone, Andres for the Newsreel here once again, and I wanted to just give you an update as to what's been going on since my last video. Because for those of you that know, I've been carrying around the Google Pixel 2, and this was supposed to be a temporary device, and I finally got, I don't know what's going on here, and I finally got my HTC U11 back. And you've been following my HTC U11 repair series, which is not over yet. You'll know why I'm not using my HTC U11. I don't have a SIM tray. And because it's such an integral part of the device, I did order a third-party SIM tray. I'm scared. If water makes contact and goes in through that slot, and I say, hey, look, water got in, and I tell HTC I need you to fix it under warranty, say, oh, you're using a third-party thing, SOL. I do not want that to happen. HTC is in the process of getting out to me a part, which you can follow that story in that video series, which I'll leave a link in the video description down below and at the end of this video. So, I do have two lines though. This is my primary, my Google Pixel 2, my primary line. But because of happenstance, my second line happens to be the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. This behemoth of a device, my goodness, that's insane. That is too freaking big. I don't miss this. This is why I missed the Galaxy Note 7. It was the perfect device for me. It was the right size, the right look, the right feel, and the right color. As of this video, I saw the leaks of the supposed Arctic Silver coming out, and I am so upset because that's the color I would have been happy with. But still, a device this enormous? Freaking A, man. I had to get a case for it. I got a Spigen case that's clear view so you can see the colors and has a kickstand, but it makes the phone a lot bigger. So like, it's just too big, guys. So I've been thinking, I don't want to be carrying two flagships around. And if I'm going to carry one of these, I am going to carry the Note 9. First off, because it's a $1,000 device and I want to get miles out of it, but also because I do use I'm one of those guys that uses a stylus. I got a stylus in almost everything that I have. Surface Pro with the pen, the iPad Pro with the pen, the Pixel Book. I returned the pen, but now I have the stylus on my Note 9. So Samsung Health and other features like Samsung Pay, I do use those services even though I'm not on a Samsung device as my primary. So I'm thinking, you know what? I will continue carrying this on me. But I don't want to be carrying two phones like this, like two flagships when I don't need to. So, light bulb, I dug up some old stuff. This is my BlackBerry Z10. Bit of a nostalgic thing. I've just turned it on today and I updated some of the apps on the BlackBerry app world that I had, and also checked my Google Play Store running on my Z10 to see if I had any updates in there. And according to this, I don't, which is surprising because I know these apps have received numerous updates in the past week alone, but for some reason they're not being updated, I guess, on Android 4.3 because this is running Android 4.3. I think that was still Jelly Bean. Yeah. All right. If only I had Android KitKat 4.4, this thing I would still be using today. So I was considering it. Should I use this guy with the power of the hub, BlackBerry 10, and I did sideload these Android apps that are still there, and my favorite music players in here. Not to mention productivity is the speciality. I have considered that. Cameras suck, but hey, I got the Note 9, so that's what the photography there is for. So I'm really considering that. But here's why I'll shoot it down. The batteries I have for these things suck. They don't even last 1 hour under actual use. So I ordered a new battery, OEM. It arrived. It sucks too. So I cannot use this as a main phone. So I'm not going to use the BlackBerry Z10, unfortunately. So, and because of what I do for real estate construction and property management, I do need the proper Android apps that are up to date because the older ones will not work. So that means I need an Android device. And I happen to have two Android devices here that run Android 6.0 Marshmallow as their latest and last software updates. So some of these phones are pretty old, including my favorite, the HTC One M8. You guys know about this. I cover this in almost every single look back video that I do. This remains my favorite Android device of all. Boom sound, no Beats by Dre amplifiers in here, but hey, it has an IR blaster. It has a 1080 display on a 5-inch screen, which is basically the same as the Pixel 2, which is a 1080 display, but it's AMOLED. That's one thing that's got going for it. It still flies and I love that it doesn't have capacitive keys. It's on-screen navigation buttons, so I do love that. And it has expandable memory. And I actually really enjoy the ultra pixel camera on this, even though it's 4 megapixels, but it's or ultra pixels. But I really enjoy it, so I really like it. It gives darker pictures, but I don't bulk about it, and I could do the bokeh effect because of the dual lens setup. Dual lens setup, you don't say. And the best part yet, it's all aluminum, not this glass aluminum hybrid or this freaking all glass thing that this phone is and my other phones are. So I can trust this guy to take a beating because it has, and I also have the dot view case that works just fine. I still use it. It's pretty awesome. I play games on it. I see my notifications. I like the animations on it. I like that retro stuff. So it's got a lot of it going for it. Which is the other phone though that I'm considering besides this one? The BlackBerry Priv. And because you just saw this, but most of all is because it's not metal and it's not glass. This thing is some kind of carbon fiber plastic thing that I'm not afraid to carry around. It's bigger than the M8, well, wider than the M8, just as tall as the Pixel 2, wider than the Pixel 2, so it makes the on-screen typing more comfortable. But the capacitive key, which still serves as a trackpad. Hold on, I gotta unlock the screen for you to see this thing swipe left and right. So these things still work like a charm. A sizable battery that I know how to operate, and I know how to navigate around the whole, heating issues on this, but also because of the software updates that were pushed to the productivity suite of BlackBerry's proprietary software, I really enjoy the experience there. This is on Verizon, so it has whatever the October 15, 2017 security patch, which is really big of a bummer, but it's supposed to have the major virus protection on it. And I do love the curved display. It has a very loud front-facing speaker. This headphone jack is actually pretty powerful, which I like. The camera in the front sucks, so I can't use it for selfies. But then again, the Note 9, what does it matter? Wireless charging, and it's BlackBerry. So it's like, this is the last bastion of BlackBerry built. So should I go all metal and hot red, or should I go all plastic with the BlackBerry Priv? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear what you guys are going to say, because honestly, I'm leaning more towards the Priv. But I want to know what you guys think I should be using in the meanwhile. I'll use it for a few weeks and give a launch on device a review. I'll probably do a review on both of them, but with the lack of time, I want to know which you guys want to see first. All right, guys. I was actually working on lunch here before firing up the video camera, so that's where I'll leave it. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see what happens. Like, share, subscribe to know, and you'll see what my thoughts are on these phones, and obviously my incoming review on the Note 9. And that's it for this video. Andres for the Newsreel, signing out.